Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that we linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. He's finally gone. Alexis Sanchez has left the building. He is now a Manchester United player. You saw the unveiling yesterday. Big fanfare by Manchester United. They've got their man and he has left Arsenal. No more talk about it. You've seen him in the kit. He looked happy as well. That's the first time I've seen Sanchez smiling like that for ages. But listen, we got to get over it. In exchange came Henrik Mkhitaryan the other way. He signed for Arsenal. He said that he's very, very happy to be signing for Arsenal. He's joined the club that he loves. He's wanting to play for us. It was always a dream of him to play for us. Well, his dream has now come true, he says, and he is an Arsenal player, even though he did go to Manchester United before coming to us when he could have come to us. But listen, that's by the by. This is how football goes. And he is now an Arsenal player. And Arsene Wenger was asked about him at his press conference today. And he spoke about Mkhitaryan in glowing terms and also said, I've got no doubt about his attitude. He suffered a bit from the competition he had there at Manchester United. I will know how much it affected his confidence over the next few days. That is his challenge. It's my challenge to get him to express his incredible talent. And that certainly is going to be his challenge because there is no doubt in it. He is an excellent player. He is a top player, Henrik Mkhitaryan. But there's also no doubt that he flopped, basically, at Manchester United. Whether it was down to Mourinho not trusting him, Mourinho not taking the shackles off him and allowing him to play, he flopped. And you know what? In a way, it could be good for us that he flopped there because now he's got a point to prove. He's got a point to prove to himself. He's got a point to prove to the Arsenal fans. And he's got a point to prove to everybody out there, especially Mourinho, that, you know what, you made a mistake. I am a world-class player. And that's what Wenger said. Wenger said at his press conference, we've lost the world-class player, but we've gained a world-class player. And you know what? Arsenal have kind of come out of this whole mess with a little ray of light in the fact that they've managed to get a top-class player like Henrik Mkhitaryan. Remember, we faced the prospect of Alexis Sanchez just walking away for nothing or next to nothing. And they've managed to get a top-class player out of it. I think Arsenal, what they've got to do, they've got to learn lessons from this. I don't know whether they will or not. I'm not sure if Arsene Wenger has, by some of the things he said at his press conference. But I think definitely the board, guys like Ivan Gazidis, he's learnt from this. This is why he's brought in new heads of recruitment and that. They've been damaged by this. You know, this is twice now that our best player has gone to Manchester United. And you'll ask yourself, how have we allowed this to happen? Basically, because their contracts were running down. Their contracts were running down. That's the reason. If you've got players signed to a long-term contract, you can say to the player, you ain't going nowhere. Or if they do go somewhere, you charge a king's ransom and get loads of money in exchange and go and buy a great replacement. So let me give you an example. Philippe Coutinho left Liverpool on a long contract. All right, he wanted to go to Barcelona, but you know what? They had to pay £140 million to get him, or Liverpool could have just said, well, if he ain't paying that, he ain't going nowhere. We don't have to sell him. But when a player's hardly got anything left on his contract, all the power is with the player. He can say, well, you know what, I'll wait until the end of the season, walk away for free, big signing on fee, or let me go to wherever I want to go, which is what Arsenal have had to do, just to recruit back some of the money that they were going to lose. This is why you noticed yesterday, I don't know if you saw this, in all the hoo-ha and everything going on with Sanchez signing up there in Manchester, there was also another signing in Manchester yesterday, and that was Kevin De Bruyne signing an extension to his contract, which takes him through, I think, till 2022 or something like that. A long-term contract, which again means if anybody wants to come in and buy him, they're going to have to pay you loads of money. Now, this is what we should have done with Alexis Sanchez. 2 years ago, we should have sat him down. We should have said, listen, here's a new contract. Big money for you as a reward for being our best player. Sign it here, which means that would have protected us. Protected us that if he signs it, then we know we don't have to sell him. A bit like with Hector Bellerin. We got Hector Bellerin on a long-term contract. Barcelona came in. We were like, sorry, we don't want to sell. It's tied up for 5 years. We don't have to sell. Or if you want him, give us crazy money, right? That's what we should have done with Alexis Sanchez and Mesut Ozil. We dillied, we dallied, we wasted time, and now all the power is with both of them. And you've seen Sanchez go, and Ozil's still deciding what he's going to do. So this is what Arsenal need to get right in future transfer dealings. And I think this is why they've brought in new people to do it, because the old guys, let's face it, they didn't have a clue. And this is why we've had this situation with even Jack Wilshere at the moment not having a new contract. So let's hope that Arsenal learn a valuable lesson from this whole mess. Now, we can recover very well from this mess. We've got Mkhitaryan. Can we get Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang? I still want Vieira back. That's why I keep saying Patrick. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Arsene Wenger asked about Aubameyang in his press conference today. Are we going to do a deal for Aubameyang? Is he confident about getting this deal across the line? Wenger, very coy. Confident or not confident, he says, I don't know. We're not close to a deal with Aubameyang, with Dortmund or anybody else. He's one of our possible movements, but there are others. The final decision is not made. You look at players, what they can give to the team. Good players can always play together. So basically, he's being very coy on it, very smart. Remember last week he made some comments about this and it angered Dortmund, and they came out and said that he should concentrate on his old players and stuff like that. Of course they're negotiating. You've seen the Arsenal team out there trying to get this one done. I even heard a rumour yesterday from a source that it could be done by Wednesday or Thursday of this week, but it's still not done yet. And obviously Wenger, didn't surprise me that him saying that in a press conference. He's not going to say, yeah, we're about to do it until it's done. So let's keep our fingers crossed that this can get done. There was a lot of fans yesterday getting really excited because at Henrik Mkhitaryan's sort of press conference, or sort of when they were doing the photograph shoot with him, he sort of they was playing a Millie Rock tune in the background, and he sort of, some fans said they heard him make comments where he was singing along to the tune saying, yo, Pierre, you want to come here, right? Let's hope he's right. Those two reunited in a combination at Arsenal would be devastating, would be brilliant for Arsenal. And I'll tell you what, we may not even end up missing Alexis if we can get Aubameyang in. But no further news from Wenger on that one, so negotiations still going on. Now, will they take Giroud the other way? That is the interesting one. Giroud is wanted by Dortmund. They wanted him in the summer. They want him as part of this deal. We're going to have to wait and see what happens to that one. And of course, Danny Welbeck's been subject to a lot of rumours recently. Rumours saying that he could be sold. Rumours saying that he may go out on loan as well. Well, Arsene Wenger said today at his press conference that those rumours are not true. Welbeck is staying at Arsenal, will not be going on loan, will not be sold this January transfer window. So, again, that's another player where about 18 months left on his contract. And I think, you know, decisions have to be made now with these players, you know. When a player's got 18 months, 2 years left, you have to make that decision. Are you going to keep him, sign him to a new contract, better money, improved money? If not, and you're indifferent about it, sell him and bring in the next player. This is the thing they have to learn from that Sanchez thing. Finally, Johnny Evans. Now, Arsenal really interested in, Man City interested in a 30-year-old, really experienced centre-back. Rumours coming out yesterday that he's got a release clause that says if West Brom get relegated, and remember they're second from bottom in the league at the moment, if West Brom get relegated, he can leave the club for only £3 million. Now remember, a lot of the money that's being spoken about at the moment is like, he costs about 20 million to 25 million pounds. Now, are West Brom going to be willing to take this chance that if they don't stay up, basically they could lose like 17 million plus on Johnny Evans, and they're not the sort of club that can afford to lose that sort of money. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with that one. Will Johnny Evans be a target for Arsenal? Will they try and get him before the end of the January transfer window? Again, we're going to have to wait and see on that. Thanks for watching the show today. Don't forget to check out my daily show on Ultimate Football Fan, UFF. I'm there every day as well, talking about all things football, including transfers of all clubs. So make sure you check that out and subscribe to that channel as well. And don't forget, keep sending in for that golden ticket. If you want the golden ticket, the link is in the description below for our big celebration event on the 7th of February. Thanks for watching the show, and we'll be back tomorrow.
Subscribe to ArsenalFanTV.